Hey guys, this is Coffee Chug again, and today this is the fourth project in this series of getting started with the Raspberry Pi, and in particular using Scratch programming with the latest Noob update. And so, if you haven't watched the previous videos, you need to go ahead and do that now. For this fourth one, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding a push button to learn how to code a basic button using the Raspberry Pi and Scratch. And so what we have, after you've already watched the first three, we have the same exact setup as before. We've got our wires still the same, our voltage, our ground, our GPIO pin 24, which is connected to the LED that we see here. We've got our wires plugged in onto our breadboard just for experimentation, and obviously we then have our resistor so we don't blow the LED light. So what we're going to do now is, in the fourth one, we're going to add a push button like you would see in an arcade. This one with the wiring that we have comes just connected with, we've got two plugs here. And we're going to add that to GPIO 21 here. So I'm going to go all the way down. It's the very last row right here. And I'm just going to go ahead and plug that in now and get my button ready to rock and roll. Now, when we look over here at the program, let me go ahead and stop this. So what we're going to be doing is creating, like we've done before with Scratch, we got our win clicked to start up the program. We've got our broadcast like we've done in the other ones. And this one's just turning the GPIO server on to get that activated. We've got our broadcast. With our previous three projects, we're using config 24 because we are messing with the LED light. This time we're using the button, and we're going to use 21 here. And now we've got this loop that we've had, just basic Scratch programming again, and we're using if statements. So when the GPIO pin 21 has a sensor value of 0, we're going to have it, the sprite over here, say good job for 1 second. It's then going to reset. It's going to go back up to this loop, and it's going to read again. And the sensor value, does it see 0 or does it see 1? If it sees 1, it's going to tell you to press the button. It's just going to keep doing that on and on. So a sensor value of 1 is when the button is not pressed. So that's the value. When it is pressed, it's going to send a 0 signal, which will then hopefully change what the sprite says. So let's go up here and let's click the green arrow, and you can see now that it says press the button. And let me slide this over. I'm going to push the button, and you can see that it says good job. So there it is, just going back and forth, showing how to do a simple program using a push button. So there's the fourth project. Now let us go ahead and get into building the arcade.